Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial, and today I'll be showing you guys how to create this lower third. I say this is not the real way on doing this. You can only do the method which I do. You cannot do any other method, and if you don't want to check this video, just leave, because this is not the correct way of doing. And many of you guys might not be knowing what is a lower third, and just take a preview of what is a lower third. Now that you have a brief idea of what is a lower third, let's go ahead and create it using Photoshop. First you need to create the logo and the box which you see coming out in the Photoshop, and you will add them to videos using Sony Vegas. So let's go ahead and create the logo first by going to File, New, and selecting 500 as a width and 500 as a height, and making sure our background content is transparent. Let's hit OK. Now that you have this, let's go ahead and select our elliptical marquee tool right here and create a big circle, and make sure your background content color is black, and hit Alt plus backwards to change your color of the circle to black. Let's hit Ctrl plus D to deselect, and now let's just go ahead and create a new layer, and selecting our marquee tool again and draw a circle again, and making sure that our background foreground color is white. Let's hit Alt plus backwards. Now for now we're just going to keep it as white. We can change it to whatever color we want. I just want the difference between the two colors, so I just made it white. So let me just center it down. Doesn't look stretched. Yes, it's perfect. Let me just hit enter and hit Ctrl plus D. Now that you have our layer, we have our ring right here, black ring. Let's go ahead and select this layer, select our magic wand tool and select this, and you don't get I want to select the ring only. So what I do is, let me just hit Ctrl D. What I do is I select both the layers, right click, I hit flatten image. You have this ring, and I can select the ring now. And now I have the ring selected. Let me just right click and go ahead and click layer via cut, and it creates a new layer for us. So let me just go ahead and again select the magic wand tool, because I need the transparent background. So I'll just click on the background and I will hit layer via cut. Oops, I forgot to unlock. Let me just do this whole thing again, and delete the layers, magic wand tool, select the ring, right click, layer via cut. Same thing as well again, select the whole layer, right click, layer via cut, and there you go. There it is. Let me delete the layer 2, which is the background. See, you can this layer right here, let me delete that, because I need the transparent background, otherwise you will not get a good effect. So I will give a bevel and emboss for this layer right here, the ring, which gives it a 3D look. Let me just do that, bevel and emboss, click depth, just increase the depth and keep it as the default. Yes, size as 16, the depth towards 735%, and the style is inner bevel, technique smooth and nothing else. Just leave it the way it is. hit OK, and now you see that you get the good 3D effect. Now that you have the 3D effect, let me just go to the original layer, which is the white background. Inside background, let me just make sure that my background foreground color is black, and hit alt space backspace. Oops, I didn't change it. So let me just leave it as this. I forgot the way how I do this. Let me just minimize the effects tab, create a new tab, go to text tool, and I'm using a font called SF square head, and my size is 220.83. Yes, 70 for Super 7 tutorials. Okay, let me just select that. Okay, there you go. That's our layer right here. Let me just hit Ctrl A, making sure my text layer is selected. It gives a marker right here. Make sure I'm in Move tool, and let me just go ahead and click this right here, and click this right here. There you go. Thus I have centered the image, and now let us just save it in the PNG format so that you can add it in Sony Vegas. So lower third 3 .png. Yes, I have selected .png. Save. Okay. Now that we have a logo here, we need to create our box in which you write in your text. And it's not required that you need to write in the text every time in Photoshop, and every time you need to save them, and it creates a big mess. So let me just go to File, New, 300 as my width and height as 500. Let me just hit OK. Oops, sorry, 500 as my width and 300 as my height, making sure my background content is transparent. Okay, there you go. There's my box. Let me select the rectangular marquee tool, making sure this is in the center of the background that we have here. Right here I have created a rectangle marquee, a rectangle with the rectangle marquee tool. Let me just go to gradient and make sure you are in this, the first one, and select the color gradient editor, and you have this preset called foreground to transparent. Click that. If it is in white, change it to black. If it is in, maybe your preset will be like this, and change the color to black. Yes, that's it. Let me hit OK, and making sure your cursor is in the middle of the rectangle. Let me just drag it till here. So there you go. That's our rectangle mark. That's our rectangle, or you can call it the text box. Let me just go to File and Save As, and select PNG, and let me just name it as lower third text box. Yes, there you go. Let me save it. Okay, and now this is the end of the part 1. Let's get started with the part 2 by opening up our Sony Vegas. Now that we have finished our Photoshop part of creating our lower third, let us just go ahead and add it into our videos using Sony Vegas. Now that I have my clips in the project media file, I have a clip in my project media file called YLF or WMV, which comes with your Windows 7 PC, and I have my lower third box which I created in the using Photoshop before, and now I have the lower third 3, that is the logo which I have created. So let's just drag in our clip for our reference creating. Now I will drag in my logo, then I will insert another video drag, then I'll drag in my lower third text box right after some frames after starting the video. So now we have everything. Just touch this video that I can get a preview, a good view. So I have all these. Now let me just go to event pan crop for the logo. Zoom out. Okay, I have that. Let me just select 16:9. Let me just size it down so that, okay, now let us just in the starting frame let us just keep the logo outside the frame or outside the video in the first keyframe. After 6 frames, create a new keyframe and bring back our logo. Okay, there you go, that's the logo. And that's it for the logo part. Let's go ahead and use this. Just a sec. Okay, now we have the text box as well arranged. Zoom out. Now in the first screen frame we don't need the text box, so after 2 keyframes create a new keyframe. Not 2 keyframe, maybe 6. We'll just drag it that. Okay, let me just size it down. So now the lower third text box is not visible, and let's go again towards 6 keyframes towards the end. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and let's just again bring it back. Okay, that's it for the event pan and crop. Thank you, event pan and crop. Now let's just bring in the logo to the top and the text box towards the bottom. Yeah, now let's just check the video out. It's a decent say lower third, and this is how you create a simple, not the real way of creating a lower third, a simple way of creating a lower third. This is not the real way. I again say this is not the real way. You can only do the way I do. So this is just how I found in Sony Vegas. Not any tutorial said, and just find any tutorial saying how to do them. So thank you guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I am a YouTube partner now. You can subscribe to me and get more. I'll be conducting many giveaways now. So thank you guys, thanks for watching.